friendos, welcome to today's video. I am delighted that you all are able to join me today. Once again, it's one of those days where I'm very pushed for time, hence the robe and my hair back in whatever the heck this is. Don't I look cute? I look ridiculous, but thank you for joining anyways. For this one, we are going to be diving back into the Kristen Dominique palette that just came out. It is the Coral Blossom palette. If you haven't seen my review already, you can go check that out after we're done with today's 2 looks, 1 palette video. So I'm not going to prattle because we are pushed for time. Just stay tuned. So for today's first look, I'm going to dip into Blooming Beauty. This is the softest of the coral shades in the palette, going in on my Sigma E65. I want this to be a little bit more orangey, so the light yellow ochre shade in the pen, Willow, I'm tipping into that on the same brush. I'm going right above what I just did. And we might need a few layers of this because this is not the most pigmented shade in the world. Now on my Morphe M506, we'll go in with Self-Worth. That's going to be the darkest coral shade. And I'm building that up a little bit at a time. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous neon dark coral. Then I'm going in with a smudge brush. This is from the Boba collection that they have at Sephora. This is $8 right now if you would like to pick it up. Going to go in with Willow yet again. Taking that in the little empty space on my lid and feathering it out. Then on the inner corner of my lid, I'm going to dab on some Mariposa. This one is very sandy champagne colored. I'm going to go ahead and spray my brush so I can get more intensity. These shimmer shades were not the most intense, but that's okay. They don't always have to be. And I'm going to take a little bit and put it on my brow bone. Right beneath my brow. I just got a little bit in my eyebrow now, so I've got to clean that up. All right, friendos, I'm going to do my other eye off camera. I'm going to come back with liner and lashes, and then we'll do some lipstick. Friendos, I'm back. I have a brand new lip liner by Makeup by Mario. It's a very long box, like compared to my hand, you guys can see. Let's try this out. I got the shade Travis. I don't remember ordering the shade Travis, but you know, my life is just a blur now. Ooh, this comes with, that's why there's a long box. It came with a pencil sharpener. How nice. Ooh, we get a brush. You guys know I like that. All right, let's try it out. And Friendos, I went in with this bronzy shade that I cannot read the name of because it's white ink on neon. It looks like it says something blood, but who knows? Jeffrey, why does everything have to be gory? I have no idea. And I definitely need some blush here, so let's go in with Blooming Beauty yet again. And Friendos, what do we think of this first look? I think it's super pretty and it matches my hairband. I'll be right back and then we'll get into our second look. All right, Friendos, I cleaned up my eye look as best as I could. I'm so excited to get started into the next look. I hope you guys are as well. Let's do it. So I'm going to start out with Patience on my Morphe M506. And that's the shade, not my frame of being. Build this up a little bit at a time. I want to have a nice base down because I'm going to come back over this with Self-Worth in just a minute. Friendos, I started out with a very high saturation of Patience towards the outer corner of my eye. I did spread this out all over my lid, but the amount that I'm using over here is just a residue from what I put down right here. Again, I'm just creating a base. Now on my Units 203 brush, going back in with Self-Worth. It's going to go on top and a little bit above. Using circular motions to blend this out all over the lid. Now on my Natasha Denona number 7, we're going to go in with the shade Radiant. This has beautiful reflex of both violet and blue. That's going in my inner corner, and I'm going to blend it out about halfway onto my lid. Friendos, if you're wondering why I chose this brush, y'all know I'm not a professional makeup artist, so I don't really follow makeup theory that much. For me, what I try to do is solve a geometric and logistical problem in my head. So that is, I have a tight little space that I want to get to. I can get to it with the tip of the brush, and I can follow exactly where my eye is more deep set in the corner and really distribute the color. Then I can flip it over this way and distribute the color right across. Now on my Rephr 02, I'll go in with the shade Growth. This is the darkest, most cool tone brown shade in the palette. It's not very cool tone at all, but noticeably more cool tone than the other brown shade. And I'm just flicking this up. Then right underneath that shade, with my Hourglass 12, I'm going to go in with the shade Hazel. And the shade is very neutral, light tan. Friendos, I'm going to go apply liner lashes and I'll be right back. Okay, Friendos, I'm going to deepen up my blush by going in with Self-Worth over top of Blooming Beauty that I've already put down. What do you say we finish things off with the set that came with the palette? This is her Soft Focus Demi Matte Lipstick and her lip liner. All right, Friendos, this is this is my second look. Amazing, right? Just kidding. And Friendos, we are nearing the end. I did have two things that I wanted to share with you. Technically, it's one thing, but this eyelash is trying me, girl. She won't stay on. If you are wondering if you need this palette in your life, yes, you do. I'm just kidding. Like, any of us need makeup in our lives. I do want to say though, I do have quite a few similar shades to the one in this palette. You may not, but two of the palettes that strongly resemble this palette, the Coral Blossom palette, are going to be the Utopian Dream palette by Pat McGrath Labs, and then also the Sandstone palette by ColourPop. The Sandstone palette's going to have a lot of those warmer coppery looking shades and the champagne golden shades. Funny enough, they actually have two in there that are very similar to my thoughts on this palette as far as having the two champagne shades. I don't feel like we needed them both. So what I'm talking about are these two. They're not that different, and there are two very similar shades in the Sandstone palette that do the exact same thing. I wish they hadn't put two of the same in one palette. I know a lot of people were really wowed by Radiant. I want to show you this compared to Pat McGrath Labs Utopian Dream, the purpley blue shade in there. So this one in the Coral Blossom palette is really more of a shimmer, satin, metallic shade, and it has more of a pinky undertone. This one is going to have more of a sparkly duochrome violet and blue vibe. And it's also more sheer. So something you might want to take into consideration. Either way, I think all three of these could be sister palettes to each other, and I do enjoy them all. And Friendos, I'm gonna call it here before this eyelash drives me crazy. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Comment down below and let me know what you think of these looks, which palette you would like to see me do looks with next. Your opinions on my content are very important to me, so I would love to hear from you. Thank you all again for watching. I hope that you will subscribe if you have not done so already, because if not, we'll both have to live in the shadow of never knowing what could have been. Alright guys, bye.